What's that?
I've got something for you.
You're gonna love my nuts. Why?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the latest episode of Game Breaker Sports. As always, your boy TK in the house, and you know that I am not alone. I got the face that runs the place around here. I got Streets in the house with me. What's good, brother? How you feeling today?
Good. Now it's a streak, right? Can I officially say this is a streak? 3 weeks in a was this 3 weeks or 4 weeks? 3 weeks. 3? 4. 4. That's okay. Now we're streaking, but I'm good.
Streaking to the quad.
The NFL just milking every fucking cent of everything they can do. Just the Goliath that they are. Everybody's obsessed with the schedule release. Exciting times.
Good. Yeah, real exciting times. We got a lot to talk about. Maybe a schedule release, some NBA stuff. But you know that we are no longer just the two of us. We got our boy in the house with us for the 4th week in a row, Mike Dog.
What's up, boys?
I had to play it. Missed it last week, so I was like, this week I'm not missing it.
I love that clip. Absolutely love that clip, man. And we thank you guys all for tuning in. Live Circle of Debate, first of a doubleheader tonight. We got Game Breaker Sports, AEW Dynamite Watch Party. Make sure you check that out right after, as always. Hosted by these guys. That guy right there, Justin, my brother, what is good? And Kayla, what is up, Kayla? Looking forward to seeing you guys a little bit later tonight. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in,
Hi, Kayla.
please smash that like button. Please hit the subscribe button on the channel. We're on the way to 1,000. And our boy, Jordan, what's up, bro?
Hey, Jordan.
Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, as mentioned, we got lots to talk about in a limited amount of time. We got the NFL schedule released today. We pretty much got the whole Chicago Bears schedule. NBA playoffs are hot and heavy right now. A couple of major upsets going on the East Coast or the Eastern Conference, and we're gonna do this 4 horsemen of all-time tag team drafts, just like we did last week with all-time wrestlers. So schedule release. Anything stick out to you guys in general? How are you guys feeling about the Bears schedule? I know we were screaming 11-7, 12-5, Super Bears, Super Bowl. After actually seeing the schedule on paper, I don't know if I'm feeling so 11-5, 12 or 12-5, 11-6 anymore. What about you guys?
It was always a hard schedule, but before we get into the schedule, we do have one more somber moment, so I'm gonna play it. That's in memoriam to Chicago Bears noon games because they're gone. Almost. There's like 5 of them total throughout a 17-week season this year. And that's about it. The best Bears games are 12. Like, Tim, you said it. You were pissed off when we were playing Monday night to start the season. Bears noon. It's a tradition. That's how it should be every week. And this year, it's kind of just dead.
I was pissed. I was real pissed, dude. I got over it. I got over it fairly quickly, but in the moment, nothing beats. And I was fully expecting it to be week 2. I thought we'd be on the road at Philadelphia. I thought we'd be on the road at Detroit or something. But nothing beats week 1, waking up at 5:45 in the morning, a little hungover from the night before, having to slap yourself together, pack everything up, load the truck up, get to the Waldron deck, and then just tailgate for 3 hours and 50 minutes before I stumble into the stadium. And worst case scenario, that happens all at 3 o'clock instead of noon, and I have longer to drink all day. Now it's Monday night instead. It just throws, and granted, sure, you could say you had all day now to do that, but at the end of the day, it's a Monday. It's not the same.
No, even the bars at 12 o'clock noon Sunday games are the most fun of all of them. Football at noon is like that. That's football because it's early. You get it. You go. You do it. You get it out of the way. You can go home, relax on a couch then for a while, and go to work on Monday. You're not getting home at 10 o'clock at night. That's what I like.
As the elder statesman here, I might have a little longer history of Bears football than either one of you. We could just go ahead and say that as the oldest guy here on the pod. And I'm just going to say they can't fuck up my first Sunday of football. And as much as I believe in the Bears, and I do, I'm all in. I was just going to tell you 17-0. But if we are going to lose one, I mean, how perfect Bears would it be to us just run into the season so fucking stoked and then just get fucking stomped at noon on a Sunday to where the rest of your Sunday blows dicks, dude. Just the absolute worst. Because how many of those? Let me ask you this: how many tone-setting noon games for the season have you had, and how many absolute worst, miserable fucking noon games on opening days have you had? I'm gonna guess and say it's a good 85-15.
Oh yeah, no.
I think I have to disagree with that, to be honest with you. We've historically, since I've been going for the last like 12, 13 years, we won a lot of the, maybe not. Maybe he's just drunk. I have a good time.
I was gonna
but
say maybe the beers are flowing. It just feels.
I'm just thinking going back to the Bengals. It was like maybe 12 years ago. Then there was the Andrew Luck's debut game. We won that.
I was there. All good. How about this game? How about the opener versus the Bills with the fat defensive tackle Kevin? What's his fucking name? He can't even clap, but Jay Cutler throws him the pick on opening day. You were there for that one with me, weren't you, buddy?
I'm sure I was. I tried
Did we open it up?
I tried to black out the
Bears?
bad.
I mean, did we open up against the Packers? Just how did that go for us?
All right, so I actually that one I was talking about that with my buddies this morning. Because I was when we were bitching about Monday Night Football, I said I guess it ends up being okay because I haven't been to a night opener in nice weather in a long time, so I guess that's cool. And they're like, no, we were at the Packers game. I was like, oh fuck, I missed that one. And I said I'm glad I missed that one because I remember watching that game on TV, just being historically pissed off. Like it still is embedded how angry I was watching that game on TV.
I'll say this. I've been to one of my most electric moments of going to a game was a Monday Night Football with the Vikings visiting the Bears, and Jay Cutler threw a bomb to Devin Aroma Shoo for an OT winner, and that, my friends, was electric at Soldier Field. So
but Mike, you're not far off. I got it pulled up just for shits and giggles. I did it. I only went back 11 years. The Bears are 3-8 week 1 in the last 11 years.
I'm gonna have to argue with you, Tim says.
all right, hold on. But all right, to my defense, I missed 2018, 19, I think in 20, I want to say. So I think I've gone back to the last 3. So I think there was like 3 years in between that I went to this, but damn, 3-8's no good. What's up, Courtney? Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Oh, wow. 3-8. Okay. Put my foot in my mouth on that one there.
I see the NFC North title, though, looking at the schedule. That's what I see.
It's a tough schedule. I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough schedule, like you guys said. But it's looking at it, it's a tough schedule. There's like 3 out of... I thought I saw a stretch of 3 out of 4 tough road games in there, but it might have been just because there was a week or 2 missing. I think the week 5 bye sucks. I like a later bye, especially if we're going to be making a playoff push. I think that week 5 bye really blows.
I think we can go 3-1, getting to the Commanders game. I see a pretty good path for that, and yes. And then they're going to have to win. They got to win New Orleans. They got the Giants game. Those are must wins, especially in that span. Let's see, 3.
Here's what we can't do. We can't lose to any of the Raiders, Saints, Giants, or the Browns. We can't lose to any 4 of those.
Or Steelers.
One of those. Well, I'm just saying we can't have one of those let up games versus the bottom 4 of our schedule. We got to crush that 4. I'll just say that. We lose one of those, especially, the Saints and Giants, the Saints and Raiders are going to be really, really bad. Don't you think? The Saints don't have a quarterback.
Right. I think
Let's
I think the Raiders could be like a 6-win team, which is again not good, but for the
We
division
just
they
found
play
it.
in,
That's a
not
win game.
bad.
That's a winnable game for sure in Vegas.
More than a winnable game.
That's
going to
be a home game in Vegas too. There'll be a
Should
lot
start
of
the year
Vegas fans.
3-1.
Yes.
Absolutely. And
'Cause
we
I think
always
Dallas
play
is a
we
winnable
always
game
play
also.
Detroit well. So we could start the year 4-0.
Because Dallas is at home. So Minnesota, Detroit, I might just split with them throughout the season. I know kind of how they go.
What's up? What's up, Dylan? He said we don't tolerate any Saints slander here.
All right.
I like the Saints. Listen, who dat I feel like is one of the greatest. Like who dat, I love that Saints. I do. I'm a big Saints guy. I like Drew Brees because he's short.
I think that you wanted to be a Vegas Raiders fan not long ago. I think there was always in your trajectory if Caleb Williams or something didn't come down our path that Vegas might have been in your route. Was that correct?
I have flirted with breaking up with the Bears numerous times, but like a battered wife, this time's gonna be different. They love me. They told me it would be different this time, and I'm back. I love them just as much, and this time is different.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. Super Bears, Super Bowl. I'm with it, dude. I'm with it. And the chat, what's up, D-Man? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for tuning in. He says the Raiders will be better. Chris, same to you. Hope you're having a good day, brother. He says Vegas wins 7 games. So, I mean, yeah, it's not a good team by any means, but those, like you said, Mike Dog, those are games that we need to win, must win. And I think that we could sweep Green Bay and then split with Minnesota and Detroit, go 4-2 in the division. That puts you at 8 wins right there.
You're crazy, man.
You don't think a Green Bay split is on, or a Green Bay sweep is on the horizon?
I'd love it if that was the case, and I'm rooting. I hope it happens. But I'll take.
We're splitting for sure. We're splitting for sure. We're splitting for sure. I think we split. I think we should sweep the Lions, but we'll split with them because we do dumb shit sometimes. Vikings we should probably take 2 from. If we don't, our division's tough at any given time. So,
still,
I love Drew Brees.
We get JJ debut Monday night. That's a game they got to go win. His first start, just like that's. I think
because I'll tell you this.
Tag down too.
Here, let me just tell you how there's a worst case scenario for our whole Bears fandom right here, week 1.
I agree.
JJ McCarthy shits all over us. Caleb stinks. And we're going to hear about that for the next 3 to 5 years. That's going to always be remembered. Monday Night Football opening week, that's going to be ugly if that happens.
I'll just ignore TV and radio for a week.
I would leave. I would move out of the country.
You know, the best part about that is now,
Brian.
And what's up, Chef? I enjoy AEW Dynamite tonight. He's going to the show here in Chicago, and enjoy the show, brother. The best part about that is I would usually say, yeah, well, our rosters are pretty equivalent. We might have the better roster now, which I do think we have. But, we have Matt Eberflus and they have Kevin O'Connell. We don't have Matt Eberflus anymore. So I am very excited to see what this revamped coaching staff and Ben Johnson's going to do against the Vikings on Monday Night Football.
KOC is pretty good too, though, for the record.
He is.
Fantastic. Top 5 coach in the league, probably. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Ben Johnson to come in week 1 and outcoach him. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not saying Ben Johnson's going to be bad. I'm just saying, but KOC is the real fucking deal.
I think Ben Johnson, no experience, trumps anything Matt Eberflus had to offer last season.
You're not following either the HIT or the S. I don't know which one you're not following, but that's a bad attitude right there. Which one of that is that? Shit's attitude. Was that the thing? Shit.
Hey, we get Floozy week 3. I forgot he's the coordinator, the D coordinator of the Cowboys now.
So here's me again, pessimistic Bears fan. I'm like, now most people are like, fuck yeah, let's go shit on Eberflus. I'm like, oh God, this guy's gonna beat us, and we're gonna be so fucking mad that he shuts down Caleb somehow. You know what I mean? That's gonna kill me. That's gonna absolutely. There's lots of things early on in this. We play Eberflus. We got the Lions revenge, Vikings opening. Then we got the Raiders. We lose one. All those things have bad potential storylines for us, real bad storylines for us. So not a great
Genty
start to the
runs
year.
for $150 and 2 touchdowns, walks off the game at the end or something like that.
Oh God. They run just Wildcat with Genty. They don't even have a quarterback. They just run Genty. Fuck it.
The whole time. What do you guys think about that week 8, week 9 at Baltimore, at Cincinnati?
A split there would be great.
Yeah, I'll take a split. If we could get a split, I'll take one. Cincinnati's one. I think we can actually. I think they can hang in that game. Baltimore is the one I'm probably putting an L on.
Ooh, yeah, it's tough for the Eagles. Dallas, Kansas City. I think they probably win both of those games. Maybe not the Chiefs.
Championship teams get championship schedules, baby.
You know who has the second hardest schedule in the fucking league?
Bears.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it is what it
That's
is.
based on last year's 14-win Vikings win, though. I think they're like an 8 or 9 win team, so that's huge.
Yeah.
I think the D line's going to be
2 of those games
a
were
bit better than we think. That's why I think that Cincy game is interesting. That line you can get to, and I think our D line might be able to pressure Burrow a little bit in that one.
I think our D line is going to be great. I think our D line is going to be great. I still think that we're going to trade for an edge. We got Trey Hendrickson out there. I know there's a lot of buzz around the Bears and Hendrickson. I just don't know where the money comes from because, like we talked about last week, we only got $11.5 million. So I don't know how you're going to pay him. But
I think Komet has to go to them in that deal, and they got to take that money on. And I think that's like a must. That would be part of
all pro immediately coming for Komet.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude.
So how about this, boys? The Bears finish with Packers, Niners, Lions. That feels like a tough last 3. No,
that's an offensive gauntlet. That's where there's the LaFleur,
Niners on a mission.
Shanny.
Packers and Lions gonna always be fucking ugly. So I mean, Lions last week of the season. I'm gonna say it now. Is the division on the line between the Bears and Lions week 17 or week 18?
It very well might be.
Don't be dumb.
Oh, you got me goosebumps thinking about it. My 2 teams playing each other for the division title. What am I gonna do?
It might come down to that 16 versus Green Bay. We beat them, then it comes down to Detroit that final week.
I think Green Bay's gonna finish last in the division this year. Call me crazy, but no, you're great, Bakley. You're great. Thanks for tuning in, bro. I think Green Bay finishes 4th in the division this year, or maybe 3rd, but them and Minnesota are both like 9-8 or 8-9, something along those lines.
Still a tough division. I don't think Jordan Love's as great as people think he or want him to be in this next line of Green Bay quarterbacks. I've seen all the other quarterbacks up close and personal. Jordan Love's not even close to either one of those guys.
I think it's because he had that really good game against Dallas 2 years ago in the playoffs. But since then, he's looked like, I mean, actually that San Francisco game, he didn't play terrible in it. But last year, I think that gunslinger.
Oh, really, he's a top probably 15 quarterback in the world. I'm not saying he's not, but towards the bottom of that 15, he ain't towards the top of that.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. Lions or Vikings finish Lions. Oh, damn, D-Man, you think they're going to fall off that bad, huh?
I'm the only Man Campbell hater in the land. I just think he's a fucking obnoxious meathead and he does nothing for me. So I would love for them to fall flat on their face. Unfortunately, I think their roster is loaded. I think they win in spite of Man Campbell. Because remember, he doesn't call offensive plays defensive plays, but he gives you that good rah-rah speech on Fox, in the halftime. Win one for the Gipper bullshit.
And they got lucky, too, again, because I don't think they play a cold game till the last game of the season. Potentially that Green Bay.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of got another one.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good for Goff. Goff should have another good season then. But man, I think that the whole thing with Dan Campbell is I think you're right, Mike Dog. I think that Dan Campbell is a good coach just because he's a leader of men, right? And he can do the rah-rah stuff, which is sometimes that'll wear on you eventually. But I think he is just way too aggressive on 4th down. And I think he got that's how he got. I mean, he didn't get got because of Commanders, but he got by someone who's a little more aggressive, and Dan Quinn, who does it a little bit better than him because he's a little bit better coach. I don't know. I think they would have went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago if he wasn't so aggressive. And I know live by it, die by it, but he died by it.
Listen, the Lions are never going to see a Super Bowl. take it to the bank. Lions in Super Bowl, oil and water, bro. Stop it.
This past season was their opportunity. I do feel like this is their last.
Their window is fucking.
It's over.
Their window is fucking. Yeah.
It's shut. It's our time now. I guess the Eagles are still around. The Commanders look pretty fucking good. Yeah. I think that's your next bet.
I want to see the Commanders do it two in a row, though. Like, I saw Fox put their power rankings out, and I laughed. I laughed. He comically laughed out loud just reading it because they had Commanders 3. And I was like, no, are you out of your people's? Like, look, first off, they had them ahead of the Ravens, and I was chuckling at that and things like that. But the Rams were a 5-minute snowstorm away from almost beating the Eagles last year, who won the Super Bowl. I'm going to put the Rams ahead of the Commanders, too. So there's a few teams in the NFC I'll put ahead of them starting this. You got to do it twice before I even believe it. We've seen fluky things before.
Hey, unless the Bears shit on everyone this year, that's all we're going to need. Just know that.
Yeah, 75-13. Oof. And then think about the playoff game, too. Didn't they beat them 55-13 or 55-23 in the playoffs, too?
Remember a year ago, by the way? A year ago today, CJ Stroud was like the next coming of the next Brady, next Manning. He's the best in the NFL. He's going to take over. That's what we heard about Stroud after that awesome rookie season 2. And that's what happened year 2. So
I think Stroud's pretty good.
He is pretty good.
I think Jay Daniels is pretty good.
I was just going to say, before we move on from football, CJ Stroud or Jordan Love moving forward, who would you rather have as your quarterback?
CJ Stroud.
I'll take Stroud with the line for sure.
Yeah, that's not the question. Everything's fair. You have everything else around you is the same: coaching, offensive line, defense, weapons. Who do you want? CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I agree. You know who Jordan Love is, right? He's Jordan Cutler. That's who he is. Like, he's gonna make some throws, and you're gonna go, "Wow, that was great! What an arm!" And then, like, 2-3 throws in a row, he's gonna throw it to the other team, and you have no clue what he's doing out there, and you're like, "What are you doing, Jordan?" And that's why I call him Jordan Cutler.
That's a tough one. I think it's closer than people think. Like you said last year, Stroud was the overwhelming. Are you stupid for even asking me that? No, it's a little closer than you think.
That line was atrocious, though, in Houston. Like, if they could get him a little protection, not a runner. So,
I don't think he's as bad as everyone's making him out to be. I think he was just so overrated last year that now people are actually underrating him, which is kind of funny. But
like our dynasty drafts where he was going 1-1.
Stop it! Stop it! Get out of here! All right, let's swing over to hoops. Last time we talked a little bit about the NBA playoffs. They've been fucking.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Go ahead. You could talk.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you know what? Fuck the playoffs. Let's go into the bigger story. That's fine. The playoffs have been fun. We'll talk about that momentarily. Professor Streets has put his hat on because I think he's about another lesson to teach us. So, Streets, why don't you just dive right into Cooper Flagg and the Mavericks?
There's no professor here. Put a tinfoil hat on because we're going conspiracy right now. We're doing the big thing. Everybody believes every conspiracy now. So we're just doing conspiracies here. Are you fucking kidding me? That the Dallas Mavericks get the first pick? We sat here on, I think it was the 4th episode of Game Breakers ever. This is like in February, the day after the trade happened. And we talked about it. We were like, I wonder if there's like some handshake deal between, did the NBA go to Dallas and say, hey, look, LeBron's getting old, KD's kind of blah, 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 Steph's getting old. We need to do something. We need Luka in LA. You give Luka to LA, make a trade. No one else will know about it. You don't put Luka on the block. It'll just be, we'll do it. They did it at fucking midnight, too. Out of all times, trying to we'll just throw it out there right before everybody goes to bed. Still was a huge story, anyways. And then everybody will be pissed for a little while, but don't worry, we got a handshake deal. I wonder what Dallas is getting in return. Is what we talked about. And then poof, 1.8 whatever, 7% chance. No fucking way. Dallas gets Cooper Flagg now after all that happened. And you're like, well, maybe a fluke's happened, right? Well, I mean, let's remember when the Cavs won the lotto immediately after the LeBron left? Immediately. The Pelicans won the lotto immediately after the CP3 trade. The Pelicans won the lotto again after the AD trade. You had the D Rose thing, Patrick Ewing. It's and I'm not going to take it because Mike, you're the one who said this. They hide it, right? How what the hell? I mean, your lottery, no one sees it happen. So, and then you have all this stuff. They're not even trying anymore. They're just not even trying to hide it that it's rigged. It is 100% rigged, hands down.
I just don't understand why you wrestling fans would give a fuck. Like it's sports entertainment. Aren't they fucking setting up for the things you want? Do you want do you want the Charlotte fucking Hornets to get Cooper Flagg? You know, is that what I mean? Is that what you want?
So it's crazy though, because like I get that, and I completely get that side, but like the NFL doesn't give a fuck what like the must-watch teams are from Buffalo, New York, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Kansas City. Green Bay is a monster. Green Bay, near Oconto, Wisconsin, in the Upper Peninsula of Wisconsin, population like 2,000, is a juggernaut franchise. Like the NFL can do it, and they can make small markets. Their market size doesn't matter in the NFL. It's just for some reason NBA and MLB are fixated on it and can't fix it.
Well, also,
make your
NFL,
sport better.
NFL has specific days where you're like, I feel like I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about if the NBA went like Tuesday, Fridays, and you had your highlighted game of the weeks and shit like that. That I don't know. I feel like
I gotta take this off, by the way. That's killing me.
NFL is always going to be king. We like
it
gladiators. That's all there is to it. We like violence.
I just wish the NBA would I'm glad that the finals this year are going to be. I mean, New York probably is going to get there, right? They beat Indy, you think? Obviously, they're Boston going to lose that. However, I'm glad the West is 3 small market teams that are going to probably come out of there that have a chance to do it. Out of Minnesota, Denver, and Oklahoma. So I'm glad that we get one of those sides out of the West. I'd love Indy and whoever from the West. That's what I'm rooting for. That's what I want to see.
You might get it. The Pacers are good. That's what I was saying the other day. The Cooper Flagg thing, though, for me, I think it sucks. We lost him on the coin flip. The Bulls are never getting him. I don't know that it's rigged, but I don't think that he would have come to Chicago. I think it is bullshit, though. Not this. Bakley says, don't forget Spurs somehow got second. They had the same odds as Dallas. Spurs had 2 picks in the top 14, though, also. So they had one of the bottom picks, so they had a chance for one of the top picks. But where I did want Cooper Flagg to go if it wasn't going to be Chicago, I wanted him to go to San Antonio. Cooper Flagg with Wemby, that would have been something to see, dude. I would have really been curious to see how that would have panned out. Or, Bakley would like to hear this, Philadelphia. Now, personally, fuck Philadelphia. I don't want to see them win the 76ers. But, man, they had their tank season. They all sit out injured, and the league rewards that stacked team, or those stacked players, with Cooper Flagg going forward. There's some food for thought. But Dallas is interesting. Kyrie,
traded
AD.
To the Lakers. Would have had him.
They fucking that bullshit. Fuck the Lakers. Yeah, the playoffs have been fun, though. The East did not expect any of it. We talked about it last week. Cleveland was beat up, but man, the Pacers are a physical fucking team, man. They hit threes. They play good defense. They're really physical. Tyrese Halliburton's a good leader, but they're deep too. The Pacers run like a 9-man rotation. The Knicks, Jalen Brunson is that guy, man. He's one of the most clutch players in the league. Everyone wants to sit here and talk about Tatum's injuries, the reason why they lost that game. What the fuck? Boston was winning by 13 with 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And yet, when Tatum went down, they were losing by 9. How many? 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes left to go in that game. Jalen Brunson is phenomenal. I can't wait to see Brunson and Halliburton. Huge balls. I can't wait to see
those. Who you take right now, Brunson or Halliburton?
Brunson, for sure. Yeah. There's something about the way he plays, man. I don't know what Halliburton's a stud. He really is. I love the way he facilitates. Like, he's a great scorer. He's got a better shot than people think. Man, something about Jalen Brunson's game, dude. He's a fucking dog, man. Just a fucking dog, dude.
Yep. Yep. I love Tom Thibodeau. I wish the Bulls still had him. A bunch of fucking the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet wanted us to get rid of Tom Thibodeau, and we haven't done shit since. Yeah, just the worst fucking people.
My apologies.
I miss Tibbs. I miss Tibbs more than probably any coach. There's not even a close second, I don't think, of any coach.
He just still wanted Scott Skiles there. That's all.
Oh God, Vinny Del Negro.
Stop it.
But yeah, I love Tibbs. So, but I do hate the Knicks as 90s alliances come, and I don't really not a huge fan of the Pacers. I actually used to like Reggie Miller and the Pacers a little more because they used to break the hearts of the Knicks, and I loved that. But I'm excited to see if that's the series that goes. But don't count out the Celtics. I'll say this: do not count out the Celtics down 3-1 right now. I'm just saying, outside of Jalen Brunson, I'm probably going Jaylen Brown, Derek White, next two guys, right? I'll be honest. Then then Randall, maybe. I mean,
Drew, you got Cat,
not Randall,
but you still got Drew
Cat.
Holiday there with Boston too, though, man. So they're deep, Boston, real deep. You're right.
It's just I wonder if they just get deflated. Like that sucks for Tatum. You could joke about the face and like watching paint dry, but you don't want to see anybody pop their Achilles.
Quite frankly, I was talking about this today with a guy at work, and they might be. They were 8. I know regular season, but they were 8-2 in the regular season without Jason Tatum. And I know he had 40 points when he went down. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I think we said it last week. He is soft as Charmin. All right. He is not, in my opinion, sure, top 10 player in the league, but he's not a fucking superstar, man. He didn't. So the reason he didn't. He's not a killer. He does not have. He's got a LeBron James set of balls. All right. We talk about guys with big ball sets, right? You talk about Michael and Kobe and Jalen Brunson. This guy,
Michael, Kobe, Jalen Brunson just got mentioned right in a row. There.
He's a killer. Jason Tatum,
he's a killer, but whoa!
I'm just saying,
You're crazy.
Anthony, he's got that same set of balls on him, dude.
I agree.
Luka, I think Luka's got that same pair of balls on him. It's just different.
We're putting that on a short, Mike. I'm putting that on a short, and I'm tagging New York everything on that he just said MJ, Kobe, and Jalen.
I know when Jason Tatum went down, the first thing I said is, I'm like, I know he didn't tear or break his aura because he ain't got none.
I said, he hit that last 3 that he hit, and he taunted the New York crowd, and I go, I bet that's the last 3 he hits this game. And then, well, that'll be the last 3 hits for quite some time. Anyway, who do you guys got coming out of the West? You got the Timberwolves should take that series tonight. What a shame that Steph went down. That sucks. They should win this series 4-1 as well. And then great game last night between the Thunder and the Nuggets.
That's the best series so far out of all of them for me watching. That's just entertaining every time. Every
Clippers Nuggets was pretty fucking good too, man.
Nuggets play hard, dude. Jokic wills that fucking squad, man.
People think the Nuggets are like a really, like maybe he doesn't have a great 2, but he's got a whole slew of 3s, But I mean, Russ throws up bricks left and right. When he's cold, it's ugly. Michael Porter Jr. can't even lift his shoulder up. Like we're waiting for one of those get hot games. And like, I don't know, when Aaron Gordon was cold last night, Jamal Murray was hitting it. Jokic, though, the best player in the world. And what you seen yesterday was just how deep the Thunder were, because Jokic was battling versus, the 2 through 5 against Thunder. And then in the fourth quarter, felt like Shea was a little more fresh. And I think OKC put it to him. I still think it's going to go 7. I still think Denver's going to win 6. And I think they can win 7. Again, I have a big futures on the Nuggets long before they fired their coach and whatnot. And I would like to see them. And I would love to see Jokic cement his legacy. 3-time MVP, 2-time champ. Honestly, you're going to have to start talking top 10 player of all time.
Oh boy, here we right.
I love it. No, I love that.
I know. I'm choking because last week we literally were like, "Do we do it now? We got to do it."
I love it.
I'm gonna say, I'd prefer to see Oklahoma versus Minnesota. Personally, I know you guys are I know you got. I'm sorry. I know you got a Denver.
Can you start calling them Oklahoma City before like they start getting real worked up?
No, it's 3-1. I don't know what you're watching over there.
I think Minnesota, Oklahoma, OKC would be fun if Porter was healthy. And it wasn't like Jokic had to will them in an area. I just think the Thunder versus Timberwolves would be a fun series.
Yeah, that would be good. I think any of them could be good. I kind of want to see New York and Minnesota because it's very rare that you trade. I would call them superstars. It's very rare that you make a superstar trade and it works out for both teams. So Cat to the Knicks, Randall to the T-Wolves. I think that would be interesting. The Pacers, fuck Indiana though. Fuck everything Indiana. I don't want to see them win shit. But I do like the hustle on that team. Rick Carlisle is a great fucking coach. So I love everything that Indiana's doing there. But the West is good. All four of those teams, any one of them could win the championship. Well, not the Dubs. Not with Steph out, obviously. Yeah, with a healthy Steph, they had an opportunity. But I don't know. Other than that, you guys got anything else in sports before we move over and get our 4 horsemen of all-time tag team draft going?
Go hockey.
Basketball.
Hockey's been great. I won't dive in too long, but I figured I did enough of the NHL talk last week. The NHL playoffs have been thoroughly entertaining.
Speaking of,
you got the Oilers in Vegas tonight. Oilers are up 3-1 there. You got the Panthers and the Leafs tied at 2 right now. Real good.
See, that's what happens when you start talking hockey, in a sense, right? Even the person talking about hockey is the one who leaves, just like everybody listening.
And that was your segment called Puckheads.
Puckheads is my favorite segment of the week. No, the Jets and the Stars. No, it's been good. It's been good. The first round was a little bit better than the second round of the NHL playoffs, so I won't mind.
I'm going to take your word for it.
I believe that you will. I believe that you will. Yeah, Carolina up 3-1. Yeah, big game tomorrow night. All right, you guys want to move on to the wrestling, to the good stuff, to the stuff.
I get the itchy finger hitting that fucking every time for you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go. You guys want to race? I found something for Mike. I think that he's gonna like this.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready? All right.
Any cheesy device or thing you can load up is perfectly fine with me.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. Boom, bang. Look at this shit.
Hold on, I can help with this.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot to have it ready.
There you go.
Boom. Mike, I found you horses. I couldn't label the name, so we're just gonna have to pick a horse that we want. But I found you horses, brother. So let's race some horses here. Which one do you want? Do you want to be the guy on the top, the guy in the middle, or the one on the bottom in the purple shirt?
Who gets first pick? Last week's winner.
Yeah, take it. Take whatever horse you want.
I'll take lane 2.
All right, cool. Streets, what do you want? 1 or 3?
Doesn't, whatever.
All right, I'll take 3. All right, I got 3. Let's go. You guys ready?
Oh, we got music.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Last pick, just like I wanted. Good.
Who's it gonna be? A long race. I don't know if this is gonna end.
What did you do to us here?
I think it's
It's
over. I think it was over because they crossed the finish line and he was doing this clapping.
Yeah.
I think it's just.
So was it?
We
Who was
were
it?
sat here watching
Me,
that
Streets,
30
Lovendall?
minutes.
Is that how it went? Is that how it went down? Or was it Streets, me, Lovendall? I couldn't even fucking pay attention. That music was driving me crazy.
Oh man.
All right, Streets, do you want first pick or do you want second pick?
Hold on, fix this. Where we at here? Oh, which one is it?
This one. There you go.
Perfect.
All right. All right. So we know next time not to do that one. I'll have to find a better horse racing.
I'll go second. That's fine. You can go.
You go second. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So this is exciting. This is my favorite thing to do. Wrestling drafts. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 4 horsemen of all-time tag team drafts. So if you guys were here last week, we're instead of Mount Rushmore, so it was Mike Dog's idea to do 4 horsemen. So we're drafting our top 4 of all time. Looks like I'm starting up first, Streets second, Mike Dog third. I mean, who's the biggest tag team on this block right here? It is what a rush. Give me the Legion of Doom. Give me the Road Warriors. These guys were just iconic, man. There's very few guys in wrestling that you would say if you saw them in a bar, you'd be scared to go up to. These guys are just absolute animals. Them, Haku, just absolute bad dudes. Plus, they were great in the ring. NWA tag champs, WCW tag champs, WWF tag champs. Intimidating. The face paint, the spikes. These guys were everything. These guys are my greatest tag team of all time and my number 1 on my 4 horsemen of tag teams.
That was like the most predictable pick for you, probably of all time, right there for you. I knew that's where that was going. That's why I gave you 1 though, because I was like, we're probably the fun part of this compared to the all-time list is we all probably have the same top 10, top 15, top 20, whatever, all time on the singles list. Tag team wrestling, you love it. It's okay to me. It's probably going to be all over the place for this one. So that's what I think is going to be kind of fun here.
Hey, Tim, I just want to say you said Legion of Doom is the guy that you'd really be scared of if you've seen a bar. I just want to say that most of these mongrels that wrestle for a living, I'd probably be intimidated by at a bar.
I'm just saying,
throw it out there.
You're looking at like Edge, Christian, the Hardys, even Bret Hart.
Bushwhacker Luke scares me at a bar.
Well, yeah, you bite your forehead. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know these other guys. Nah. But yeah,
great pick though. Great pick. I mean, hey, maybe one of the most iconic starts to a theme song. You got your Broken Glass, Stone Cold stuff, but what a rush! I mean, that got little me going. It gets big me going. Like I was like, like as a little kid, I was fired up. As an adult, just as fucking fired up.
I tried to get for our thumbnail, but I couldn't find a picture. It just didn't work. But I tried to put Caleb Williams' head on Paul Ellering when I was doing the thing. I know
that would have been awesome.
But I found when he was reading the folder, but it worked out. Maybe I'm just scarred from having, since I've watched the era now a couple times, from having to watch LOD 2000 and watch that debacle go down. And I didn't really watch the early 90s. But I get it. Anyways, I'll go. This is easy for me. The GOAT tag team by far. Somebody said it in the comments already, so it was clear there. We're going to take this one to the penitentiary. Since day one-ish, the top tag team of all time is the Usos.
I didn't say anything because I want to see Mike's reaction. I just wanted to gauge something from Mike that the Usos are the second best team of all time.
I feel like the Usos were not on my radar right here, but I understand why they would be for you young bucks as the elder statesman again. I'll just say that. No, great pick.
They're definitely a little bit more these days than all time, but
yeah, I fucked up. I should have definitely included them on this screen somewhere. They belong. They're up there. They're absolutely up there.
I'm just glad you left someone off the graphic.
Yo, what's up, Fletch? Yeah, there's gonna be a Dynamite watch along going on here about 35 minutes for sure, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button. Appreciate you. Mike Dog.
You get 2.
Am I on the clock for 2 right here?
3 and 4, baby.
Now, as much as I wanted to take like a squad, like me, I'm Vinnie Mac and I love the Behemoths. I thought about going like Mega Powers or something right here, but I thought it might be a little early. I think I'm gonna surprise you right here. I'm gonna take the Dudley Boys.
Oh, get the tables.
Get the tables out. I mean, maybe the most fun tag team of all time, the most fan engaging excitement tag team. You know what I mean? Like where you're just like, I mean, I guess it wasn't what's next after a while. We knew they were gonna go get the fucking tables, but you wanted the tables. You needed the tables.
No, they're awesome.
Great pick. Yeah, they're probably the second best tag team of all time for sure. That's a great pick.
Tag team era is just my favorite. You know, I just love tag teams. I just thought when I was a kid, sorry to throw this back a little bit, but when I was a kid, I thought it was cool that you had like a right-hand man or a road dog. Because, you know, when you're a kid, you believe a lot more, right? You know, and you're like, these are the guys. This guy decided me and you were going to go into battle. You know what I mean? This was your road dog. Oh, did I just say road dog? No. I didn't do that.
Oh, Streets was about to be salty.
But I did. I think I'm going to surprise you here too, and I'm going to take New Day.
The New Day. New Day rocks. Wow. Little fiddling in the modern. I'm impressed.
Not see that coming, Mike Dog. That's a hell of a swing for you right there, bro.
What do you think about it? What do you think?
All right, well,
New Day and Dudley Boys, pretty good. I mean, was it a reach?
No, I don't think any of those picks were reaches. No, none of them. You can argue that any of those teams are the greatest team of all time.
Really?
Yeah, New Day included. Yep. Yeah, I think obviously LOD for reasons I said. The Usos, I think they're the best team of this generation. The New Day and the New Day is right there with them. Dudley is probably the best team in the Attitude Era for sure. Yeah, man, any of these teams you could argue is the best tag team of all time. Really good swing.
Fun draft, boys. Fun draft. Love these wrestling teams.
Yeah, you should have. When you said the words, you should have taken them when you said it. Because if you did not take them, I was going to take them, obviously, right here. But they saved tag team wrestling in the Attitude Era. By far the most entertaining that they threw out there. And yeah, the New Age Outlaws, for sure. That's my personal.
Oh, you didn't know?
Obviously, the Usos, I think, are the best overall body of work, everything that they put into it. But like my personal favorite of all time is easily the New Age Outlaws.
What a great team, great pick.
They were just fun. Obviously DX helps a fucking ton out of that whole thing. But every week the shenanigans and everything they were pulling. Super.
The whole crowd just did the intro, bro. Like it was.
Oh,
just,
you didn't know?
You know, I love a good intro, bro. That's what gets the people going. It's provocative.
Yo ass better call somebody.
Oh man, another one that just absolutely gets me fucking amped, dude.
Can you dig it? All right, great pick. Two just random guys too, just floating in mediocrity of their careers put together in gold. Just fucking gold. Speaking of gold, Chef just said brother tag team, Harlem Heat. That would be a great pick. Just not yet. Not here at pick 6. For me, I'm going to take another team who has done it everywhere. WWF tag team champions, NWA tag team champions, WCW tag team champions, IWGP tag team champions. God, man, these guys just work horses. Even before Scotty came around, Rick was there doing his thing, part of the varsity club with Rotundo. And then Scotty came around, and when Rick got a little bit older, Scotty just turned himself into world champion material. Just two, I said earlier, you don't want to find LOD in a bar. You do not want to find Rick and Scotty at a bar, dude. These guys, legit badasses. Give me the Steiner brothers here at pick 6. And then pick 7.
Love that pick, by the way. Before you get off of it, I just want to say, great fucking pick. Love the Steiners. What's crazy to me is how Rick Steiner, in my youth, they were like the all-American boys, brothers. They had this such a squeaky clean, like good, and then he became just like an obnoxious piece of shit. And I mean, I love the flip. Not a lot of guys can do a flip like that, but like I'm just saying the drastic. I love. I love the Steiners. Great pick.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I was honestly surprised, and that's fucking hilarious, Bakley. Steiner Mass has picked 6 adds up. I was surprised that the Steiners were still here at 6. I thought that you would take them, Mike, or that they would go at some point earlier. I didn't think Streets would take them. I thought I had Streets pegged for the Usos and New Age Outlaws, but I thought you would take the Steiner brothers, Mike. I was surprised they got to 6. And pick 7. This one's really tough for me. Man, it's like childhood or attitude era. Man, it's fucking tough. They just look so good in those belts. Like, so good.
Oh, God, they do look so fucking good.
Well, I'm taking them just because of how good they look. Yo, give me the Rhino. Give me the Hitman at pick 7. Give me the Hart Foundation, dude. This was a legitimate tag team. Oh, man, they were the heels early on with Jimmy Hart as their manager, transitioned into that face tag team, getting the belts from Demolition finally. This team thrust Bret Hart into his singles career. Bret Hart's really the first guy I can remember going tag team to mid-card to world champion. He was like the first guy I could really recall making those progressional steps. And look at how good they look in those belts.
Well,
Give me the Hart Foundation.
He was younger. He was a singles wrestler before a tag team too, though, right? So
what was he singles before the Hart Foundation got to? I know he was singles out in the
Calgary and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was huge there. He was a champion there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was big homeboy there. Young fucking gun. But yeah, no, great fucking pick. God, they do look so fucking great. I'll tell you, there's something about that '90s hot pink and black that just like. Woo!
Bro.
I told you, I'm 40 years old and I still want to ask Bret Hart to put pink fucking glasses on me. Weird or not, it's going to happen for me. I might wait till I make it older and make it more awkward.
Yeah, but again, those belts, so good on those two guys. And the Anvil, want to give him his credit. The Anvil was a badass in that squad. But what's up, Steven? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Faced Ming and Barbarian. Yeah, they were a fun team. Yo, my guy, Henry. It's been a minute, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for tuning in. The Skyscrapers are an underrated
in
team.
Joe Hendry.
Don't Tell Owen. Rock and Roll Express. Midnight Express. Oh, Steven's throwing back to that NWA fine era right there.
Oh, love that. Fabulous Freebirds with Michael P.S. Hayes. Shout out to my boy Josh who loves Michael Pure Sexy Hayes.
Is that what PS stood for?
Yeah, you fucking better believe it, dude. You don't know Michael fucking P.S. Hayes coming out doing his little shimmy and his walk. Michael Pure Sexy Hayes. God, he was an 80s fucking, just a weird 80s rocker dude that probably hates on dudes that dress like chicks nowadays. All those old 80s rockers dudes that teased their hair and wore eye makeup are now a little different. Fabulous Freebirds were a great fucking tag team, though. I fucking love those guys. Yeah. Was it Terry Gordy too? Terry Gordy and Michael P.S. Hayes? Gordy? Terry Gordy, right?
Terry Gordy, Michael P.S. Hayes, and Jimmy. Oh my God! No, I see him. He's got the black, long, curly hair. I used to love Midnight Express though, and the Rock and Roll Express. There's whoa. Maybe I'm saying too much. I wish that's why I was asking before we did the draft if we all had the same GOAT tag team so we can just eliminate them. So maybe we all get like an extra pick or something. But
I wanted to pick my 4 favorite tag teams. I think they would have been 4 different ones from you. I'm going off of guys I fucking Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Garvin.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, good. That was a great pull right there. Arn and Tully. Oh, yeah.
Truth and little Jimmy. Fucking goof. Oh, the Brain Busters, Horseman. Yeah, it's a good squad for sure.
Great pulls there, right there. I love that.
All right, Mike Dog. Who do you got at 8?
Is
Oh,
it
no,
my
it's
pick?
Streets. No, it's my apologies. It's Streets. Who do you have?
No, you took too long and we skipped you.
This is easy. At this point, they got to take them. Should I do the dance? The Hardy dance? I'm going to take the Hardy Boys.
Oh, okay. All right. They're still going. They were just the TNA.
They also have
Team
won
champions.
titles everywhere.
Yes. Yes, they have. Everywhere. It's a good pick. I thought you might go somewhere else with it. A little surprised there, but it's a good pick.
I still got one more, right? So
I got 2 picks left, and as much as I thought about going like, I don't know, like maybe Money Inc. here with Erwin R. Shyster and Ted DiBiase, I don't think they didn't quite make my 4 horsemen. This was a great draft. There's some good teams. Oh, Powers of Pain. I love all the polls from the crowd here. Oh, great.
Wonderful. There it is. Mike Dog.
Yes.
Put him in that pit,
Nasty
baby.
boys. Oh, such a great.
Bushwhackers are nasty boys, baby. We're born on the bad side, and that means trouble for you, baby.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Love it.
I feel like you know what they say, right? You're always prepared to get punched in the mouth, and a lot of these squads just kind of punched me in the mouth, and I want to take. There's just so many good ones. I'm going to take Edge and Christian.
yeah, I figured they were going one of these 2 for you.
And as much as I really, God,
Edge Christian
God,
and
I
the
wanted
Hardy
to
Boys was like man, fun times. They have those 2.
I wanted to take the herdsmen or the bushwhackers, as you Americans might call them.
Edge and Christian.
He took Edge and Christian. He took
Great.
I really wanted to take fun, just old. Yes.
That's who I was gonna take when I took the Heart
Thank
Foundation. That's who I was between Edge and Christian and the Heart Foundation. Great pick.
There's just so many good
Nasty.
options that just
make it nasty. Just take the nasty.
or just. If I would have done just the favorites, they would have been there. But I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna surprise you guys. And since I talked about him so much, and he was one of my favorite guys as a kid, and my buddy Josh, he would just kill me if I didn't take him. I told him about this draft earlier, and we were talking about him, and he was just, I don't know. He was almost like HBK before HBK. I'm telling you. I bet you got some of the vibe from him. And British Bulldogs, another great poll. And I'm going to take the fabulous Freebirds. And
Love it.
Throw a curveball. I know that's not a sexy pick, but it's pure sexy to me. Let's go.
It's a great pick, my dog. And you have 2 teams of 3 on your squad. You really did this well because you got extras on your team. You had 3 Freebirds and 3 New Day. That's big right there.
I mean, it's quantity over quality, I guess.
Great picks. You got just like last time, you got a nasty slate of talent on your squad.
Super fun draft. Lots of talent everywhere.
God, So much.
Oh, let's see here. You know what? I had it down to a couple here. I mean, I figured that no chance that Christian were getting back, but let's do it. 10-time tag team champions. That's why I put them on the thumbnail. I'm taking the Harlem Heat as my 4th tag team.
Nice pick.
Can you dig it?
I was gonna go there.
Nice pick. Nice pick. They were fun. They helped get me into WCW when I was a kid. Then when they were in one of the original War Games matches as we were growing up, and they were against Sting Squad. I think they teamed with Sid and Vader, I want to say. And they were their names are Cole and I forgot the other one, but they had different names. They weren't Stevie Ray and Booker T. So that was interesting.
I used to WCW, the old horrible video game, Nitro and Thunder, were not great video games, but I used to always love rolling Booker T in those.
It was good. It's another guy who went on to major singles success from being in a great tag team. A lot of these guys on the screen ended up being world champions. I mean, Scott Steiner, Edge, Christian, Bubba Ray, Jeff, Booker T, Hitman.
Freebirds.
Were they world champions? Shit,
They were
Big
world
E,
champions. Thank you.
Big E, and fucking Kofi Kingston. A couple more world champions right there. So yeah, pick 12, last pick. God, there's so many good tag teams. I don't want this to ever end. I don't want this to ever go.
I know.
I know. No
The
Young
Natural
Bucks.
Disaster.
Oh yeah. What were you saying?
The Natural Disasters pull too. That's a great pull. Didn't they just go into the hall? That's a great pull.
Sure did. Earthquake and Typhoon. God, there were these teams when we were younger were just so different, man. All the characters between the Nasty Boys, the Bushwhackers, Money Inc., like you mentioned, Natural Disaster, the Heart Foundation, and I think there was one other team that when my first team that I selected was running around the NWA back in the day as just monsters with face paint doing their thing. WWF wanted to replicate just a little bit. And, I won't say they were as good, but damn it, they were good. And damn it, they should have been in the Hall of Fame by now. And they finally signed Legends deals. And I believe that they will be going into the Hall of Fame next year, hopefully. And give me Demolition at pick 12. They were
They were the 3-man squad. Crush.
That's right. Yeah.
Crush was the third person on Demolition. Another great one from my childhood.
Man, such a fun team. The face paint just imposing. When I go back and watch is like actual like their size. They weren't very physically imposing, especially when they were going up against the Powers of Pain, Barbarian, and Warlord, like so much bigger. But they were a fun team. Just another guys. You got the masks, you got the face paint, you got some sort of variation of spikes and leather. As a kid, nothing beats that kind of stuff. That's the Vinnie Mac did so good with characters as we were kids growing up. Like eventually he couldn't get out of characters, and that's kind of what hurt them in the mid-90s with the Attitude Era stuff, or before the Attitude Era. But man, the characters while we were growing up were a lot of fun.
Some shout outs to some squads, maybe not picked. I had wrote a whole bunch of ones I knew that weren't going to get picked. The Godwins, the Hollywood Blondes, with your goat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a fun
Rock
team.
and Roll Express, Bushwhackers, Rockers. How about the Gangsters from ECW?
The Gangsters. I thought about the Rockers. I really contemplated the Rockers.
Headbangers.
Mosh and Threat. They were tag champs. That's what I was going to say about the Rockers, though. They weren't tag champs. I couldn't feasibly pick this team if they never won WWF Tag Team Gold. It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
Oh, that was good. That was a lot of fun. Oh, look at these tag teams. You got the Rougeau brothers. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. How about the
Dogs?
Oh, fuck, what the fuck were they called?
Killer Bees. Dr.
Killer
Death.
Bees.
Bam Bam. The Body Donnas. Now we're just naming those gimmick teams. Smoking Guns.
How about Shane Douglas and Ricky Steamboat in WCW? Remember their run? They were versus the Hollywood Blondes. That was
That's
a
when
big
Shane
battle right there
Douglas
with
was
Shane
just
Douglas and Ricky Steamboat.
Yep.
Too cool. Yeah, no, that was a good era.
There was, see, my era when I started watching all this was like when Vince was just throwing people together, like just taking people and pairing them together. Which kind of they've done for a whole while in WWE now. So you had like the Rock and Sock connection, and all these goofy tag teams.
X-Pac and Kane.
X-Pac and Kane. That's
That
why
was
Orient Express.
like that's
X-Pac
probably why my
and
tag
Kane-
team love is so
X-Pac and
low.
Kane was an awesome tag team. I do think it's cool that we didn't take any of those makeshift tag teams that you just mentioned, Streets.
I know,
The
I'm
Rock
trying
and
to-
Sock, fun team, didn't warrant the list. Mike Dog, the Mega Powers, again, great team.
Ultimate Maniacs or
Ultimate. What about the
Yeah.
Brothers of Destruction? They could have probably
Kane and
made the
Undertaker.
list, but
They're
you know,
borderline. They're right there. They were like in between just the
yeah.
like
Sergeant Slaughter and like Nikolai
Novelty
Volkov
act,
were a
and then-
tag team for a while.
There was some fun. Fun
Dusty
teams.
Rhodes and Dick Murdoch. Who just said that? I didn't see who said that.
Henry or Chi-Town brother.
Henry. My guy was talking about that. Oh my God. I was telling my buddy Josh, I was like, Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch. My buddy Josh told me that earlier today. He's like, throw it in the Wayback Machine. And I was like, dude, my buddy Tim does such a great Dusty Rhodes. Give me a Dusty Rhodes, bro. Come on. Give me a Dusty.
You see, back in the day, before I was the NWA World Champion, I was floating around Texas and the Floridas with Dick Murdoch, and we were running Florida's tag team division. Then we would to Texas. We would take that tag team division. The old man Vince and his old Pepe, he never wanted me in the WWF. When his old man wanted me, he put me in fucking polka dot, that piece of shit. But me and Dick, we did well together on the Indies, baby. We won a lot of tag team gold in Florida, baby. Yes, we did, Daddy.
Yes, we did, Daddy. I love it. God, it was so good. Oh, the Blade Runners, good pull. That was a great pull. They were huge.
I don't want to say it. Did you pick your last one, by the way, before I start?
Oh yeah, we're done. Yeah, we can roll. Yeah, we're good. We're
Who'd
good
you
to
take?
go.
Demolition.
Oh,
Yeah.
Demolition. No, the Outsiders, huh?
Oh,
I thought they might go, and it was,
Oh.
I was tempted.
Scott Hall and
Kevin
Scott
Nash.
Hall and Mr. Perfect and AWA were a tag team.
The Outsiders probably should have went. They probably should have went over Demolition.
Let's just say this though.
I'm just
Scott
happy you didn't take
Hall-
somebody else.
Scott Hall will make an appearance on these drafts. Please believe that.
Well, especially when we do our 4 Horsemen draft of guys to never win the World Championship, he'll definitely be popping
Four
on
Horsemen
that
of
bad.
guys who could talk a little shit, Chico.
And I'm so happy the chat didn't say this team either. You didn't pick them. The chat hasn't said them. Thank you all for keeping Young Bucks off this list.
It was mentioned.
Oh, did they? Oh, I
Yeah,
thought nobody
I think
even
it
said
was. I think it was said in jest, though. I don't think it was serious. I think Henry said it a little bit earlier.
I was
Yeah, you might
impressed. I
have
was going to give everybody a round of applause for keeping them out.
Chance and fuck, I'm taking those 2 little jizzes on my fucking list, dude. Are you kidding me? We're taking these big, massive men, face paint, leather, spikes, and you want me to take 2 5'8", 142-pound guys who, sure, they can put on good matches, but they don't fit into this. They don't fit at all.
You know the rule too. You said it. It's not just my rule. You're the one who kind of founded the rule, but it's the perfect rule. You can't go on any. To me, you like. At least the tag team itself, or someone from the tag team, somehow, some way, you got to do it on the big stage. You just have to. If they get old in one day and some crazy shit happens and they come over and whatever, I don't know, they'd probably be too old at that point when they came over. But the fact that they've never gone to WWE and done it on that stage, they'll never crack this list for me. So they're just Kurt Warner in the Arena League. That's what they are. Kurt Warner playing Arena League football right now.
You have the 4 best tag teams from 1991. I'm just telling you, like, this is if you were to blind look at these drafts and we would switch me and you, we totally would. You would have Dudley's, New Day, Edge and Christian, maybe not Freebird. That's a wild card for me. but I would totally go Legion of Doom, Steiner's Heart Foundation, Demolition. That was
That's
my
so good.
favorite era of tag teams. I love that era. That was my era. It was incredible. I fucking loved it. I love your draft. I'm just gonna say that, Tim. Great.
I thought
fucking
you
draft.
both would take all tag
Me
teams
too.
from that era. I figured you both were going to go. That's why, Mike, you threw me off. I like it. I'm shocked with a couple of those picks, but I thought you both were just going to stick right in that era.
Hey, game recognized game, playa.
It's a good draft.
I
It was
thought I'd
a
be
lot
the
of
only
fun.
one taking new teams or newer teams.
I wanted to take, like I said, just favorites and bring out some of these polls like the Blackjacks and like the Bushwhackers and shit. I just think it would have been a fun fucking.
We
you know.
should have put some rules on there. Maybe the next one we do, we'll throw some rules on there. We got to take like a 70s team, whatever. You know, we can figure that out. What's good, Dr. Nix? Thanks for tuning in, bro. AEW Dynamite Watch Long coming here in about 5 minutes, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
You know,
It was a
who I
fun
would take
draft,
above
though,
the Young Bucks?
boys.
You know, I'd take above the Young Bucks. If we're going to use modern teams that are currently doing it, I'd take the Street Profits over the Young Bucks.
I'd still take the Young Bucks. They've done a lot more, even though not WWE, but you know, I digress.
Nasty
Dynamic
Boys should have been
dudes.
picked. I just feel like they should have been. I feel like it's a really gross letdown. Our cover photo is the fucking Nasty Boys. We do an all-time tag team draft, and we're like, "Nyet."
We should have just taken them as like the number one, like the mountains made out of the Nasty Boys, and everything else is like chiseled around them or something.
Oh yeah, that's what we'll say. But hey, we'll edit this out. Nasty Boys weren't picked today because they are our clear number one for all of us. And that's since they are the cover photo. We didn't want to show our biasness and have one of them show our bias and have one of them on our squad because that's the automatic winner. Yeah, no doubt.
It's a good strategy right there, for sure. For sure.
Good stuff. I'm glad we got to do tag teams for you two and get it out of the way.
Appreciate you tuning in, brother.
I despise tag
Quebecers.
teams, so that's why though.
Quebecers. That's what I was trying to think of when he said Rougeau brothers. I was
They're
picturing the other spot with the Quebecers. That's a great pull right there. Love that.
So many good tag teams. So many good
So
teams.
many good ones. You know,
All right, fellas.
We could have a whole pot of guys that we thought should have been tag teams or that could have been tag teams.
Do a supplementary.
I mean, we're going to get nerdy with it. You know, we're going to
Easy.
get nerdy with it.
Well, that's a whole because then you could start just bringing in all the guys that just got paired together and won a title. It might have been one time that they won a title, but it was fun for a month or whatever. You could even.
I told you when I was a kid, I loved the Rockers and Hart Foundation. And then when Michaels and Bret Hart, those were my two favorite guys, and they started beefing, and I was like, no. And then I had this like young idea of here's like 8 or 9 year old me had this romanticized idea of like, well, maybe they'll become a tag team. And it'll be Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. And I always thought, like, you know, as a little kid, that was my wrestling fantasy as a little kid.
That's a squad right there.
Like,
That-
I forgot about that. Like there was another one.
Cool.
The random. I'm talking about the Team Hell No.
Oh yeah, they were fun.
Like those are the fringe teams that we could sit here for an hour on.
Hey, there's nothing better than dudes just naming dudes. There's just nothing better. You could say, hey, don't fight it. You know you like it. Stop it.
Oh shit. Too funny. You boys got anything else before we get out of here?
No, I'm tag teamed out.
Okay. All right. NBA
Tag him out.
Knicks are up 6 on the Celtics right now. I just saw. So we got game 5 going on right there. And I got a little NHL tonight. We got what is tonight? AEW Dynamite. Watch along coming with Justin Kayla. I'll stop in for a little bit as well. Coming right here. So if you're watching, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're on Twitter, I see 50 of you guys watching live on Twitter right now. Really appreciate you guys being here the whole show. Again, swing on over to YouTube, Circle of Debate. Subscribe to the network. We are on the road to 1,000. So hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button when you come over here. Again, really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Henry, it was great to see you, bro. It's been a minute. Thank you for fucking coming on, bro. Thank you for the whole chat. But Streets, you got anything before we dip?
No. Go Bears.
Mike Dog.
Bears. Go Bears. I like what Street said. Bears.
Go Bears.
Duh. Bears.